Hello. I'm actually gonna do a camo hack today. So a camo hack has 3 colors. It has a camouflage color, which would be like your color correct color. So if you have dark circles under your eyes or you have a lot of redness like I do, that's gonna be your first color choice. And then we're gonna do a bridge color. So for me, my bridge color is gonna be my normal main highlight, which is amber. And then we're gonna do a pop, which is an accent color. I'm actually gonna use a little bit lighter of an accent color than my normal. So camo, bridge, pop. And to start this one, so this is a 1-layer coverage. I'm actually gonna start with my contour color, and I'm using my normal contour color, Aspen, and I am using the detail brush. And I like the detail brush because it's flat, so I can get a nice line. It's my favorite brush for contouring. If you're one of my girls who still struggles with contouring a little bit, this brush might help you. So I would suggest it. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna do my normal contour, nothing special or fancy here. I do kind of take my line and then I kind of brush it upwards just to kind of feather that in a little bit. And then I'm gonna take, so here's like the points of my eyebrow, and I kind of make a little triangle, and everywhere inside this triangle, so in here, I want to be light and bright, and everything on the outside is where I want it to be contoured and a little bit darker. And so that's where I'm gonna put that contour on my forehead. And the reason why I'm doing my contour first is because what I used to do, and what I still do sometimes, is I put my color correct pretty much everywhere my redness is, which is just about everywhere, as you can see. And then I kind of go back over, and I'm trying to do 1 layer instead so that I'm not doing that. Okay. So like all this area, I wouldn't need to color correct now because it has contour on it and doesn't need it. All right, so my next step, I'm actually gonna go in and I'm kind of gonna switch. So I went from contour, and now I'm actually gonna go to my brightest color, so my pop color. And I'm actually using our lightest shade. I'm using Moonlit today. Moonlit is this really pretty light and bright color. And I was actually a little bit afraid of Moonlit at first, because it is so light. So here's where I'm putting it. I'm taking my buff brush because I'm putting it under my eyes, and I think the buff brush is amazing for under your eyes. And I'm gonna do a little dot in each corner of my eye. I'm gonna do a little double dot there on the outer corner of my eye, and 1 down on my cheek here, like that. I'm gonna do a little tiny bit on my forehead, down my nose, Cupid's bow, and onto my chin. And that is it for my pop color. So my pop color is done. If you noticed, I didn't put any makeup here or here. That's not gonna change. I'm gonna blend into there, but I'm not actually going to put any makeup in there. And then I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna use the other side of my buff brush. So I use the smaller end that's close for your eyes. And I'm gonna go into I'm actually gonna wait on that. I'm gonna do my camo color next. So I like to do pop, camo, and then my bridge, because your bridge is supposed to just bridge the 2 colors together. And sometimes what ends up happening is you're only putting it in tiny little places. So now I'm going into my color correct. So this is, for me, a contour color called Aspen that kind of gets rid of some of the redness. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit some of this redness here on my cheeks. It also kind of treks down into underneath where my contour is as well, and on my chin. So I'm gonna kind of just hit it there. I'm gonna hit it on those little red spots on my nose, do my lips a little bit, just anywhere I have some redness that I kind of want to cover up. So the biggest spot for me is right here on my cheeks. This is where if I'm not careful or I've used other makeup in the past, that my face like looks like I don't have makeup on there after an hour. And it really truly is just because the redness shows through. Okay, so there's my color correct done. And now I'm gonna do my bridge. And so I'm gonna take my normal main highlight and I'm kind of just gonna hit a couple of the spots I've not really touched. Kind of go in between where all my other colors are, just to kind of give myself a little bit of coverage. And then I'm using my blush and bronzer brush. That was what I used to apply my bridge color. So I'm gonna actually use that to start blending. And I'm gonna actually start with the center of my face and blend outward. We made that area light and bright for a reason. And so I want to kind of expand that to the rest of my face. And then I'm gonna start kind of working in zones. So I wanna blend that neck where I put my contour before. I need to blend that contour in a little bit. Now the key is not to over blend. So you don't want it to go away. You want it to still exist. So you can still see it, that's what you want. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go into that eye and kind of just swoop everything outward. Again, go under the eye and just kind of swoop everything out. And then blend in the forehead. Just like that. So there you have it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into a lip and cheek color called Pink Grapefruit. That's what I'm going to use today. It's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to kind of lighten up those cheek areas right above my contour, just to give myself a little bit of pink there. And then I'm going to use for my lips, Nude is one of my favorites. And then I like to take a little bit of my Pink Grapefruit and just kind of pinken it up just a tad. And then from here, I'm gonna actually do my Vanilla Dust setting powder, which is completely optional to you, what you wanna use and what you wanna do. I like it because it kind of sets my makeup and makes me ready for the day. It makes it so when I have to wear a mask, that my face just feels better. I personally use it every day. If your skin is really oily, you definitely want to use some type of setting powder, stay spray, both. My skin's actually super dry and I still really like to use it because it really does a good job of setting my makeup. It's probably the biggest, I don't know, it's like the product that people always kind of like miss out on at first, and then they're like, oh, I should have gotten this sooner. That was at least me. I was like, oh wait, I don't think I need it. I need it. You need it. Okay. And then my last step is always my favorite, illuminator. I'm gonna take the illuminator color Angel, which is right here. And I'm gonna go above my blush on both cheeks. I'm gonna go down some of my nose, hit those little lines on my Cupid's bow and my chin, and then just a little tiny bit on my forehead here, just to kind of give me some shine and sparkle and glow. And so that's it. That is a camo hack. It really isn't that different from any of the other hacks. It's just called something a little bit different. Many of you already use a color correct anyway, so it just kind of takes it and puts it a little bit, it's a little bit different. If you have any questions or you want me to give you a new color match using the camo method, just let me know and I will absolutely do it. I hope you have a great day.